Hello, my lovely YouTube friends. All right, today I wanted to make a short video because the topic is about making a short pitch deck and exactly the reasons why you absolutely have to have a short and concise pitch deck. All right, welcome to Spain. I'm currently in Palma, Mallorca. Can I spin this around and show you? Yes, I can. Oh, look at that. It's not a beach, but it's a golf course. There's a lot of golf courses here. Anyway, camping out here at the moment with a buddy of mine, and I thought I'd make a shorter video today about why it is so important to have a shorter pitch deck. Now, what I mean by that is not so much the deck itself, but what you present, the total time that you present, being around 3 to 5 minutes. Now, I had a lot of issues myself in my early entrepreneurial days of making presentations that were far too long, wanting to talk about everything in the kitchen sink. One thing you learn with time is that if you have a concise story arc that's compelling, that you sell your story, it is so much more powerful than going on and telling them everything you ever think they could need to know. You in fact lose people because, let me start with a question. Do we know what the average human attention span is as of 2015? Have a guess in the comments right now. Let me know. I'll tell you, it's 8.25 seconds. Now, of course, when you're in a meeting or pitching live, you typically have people's attentions for longer than that. But if you go on and on and on, without tonality, without selling a story, and remember, a pitch is a performance, you'll lose the audience, right? So it's very important to have a short, concise pitch that engages, excites and intrigues the audience or the person to want to know more so that you get the chance to tell them everything you need to tell them later down the line. Now, the first thing to remember is that when you start pitching, you're on the clock. People are noticing how long you're taking. And as attention spans are very low, unless you have a very compelling story, you're going to lose the audience along the way. So remembering that, you don't want to stand out by being the person who pitched for 45 minutes and, they never got any chances for questions. You've lost the audience. They're overinformed and underwhelmed. You want to be the person that excited the audience and allowed for lots of questions. So it's better to actually be quicker than it is to be longer. Obviously aiming for a 3 to 5 minute pitch is kind of the sweet spot. But if you can be on that 3 minute end, golden, as long as obviously you're telling a compelling story that's exciting and gets people, wow, that sounds incredible. I have so many questions. Great. Now you have time to answer them. Now, I have a saying, which is sort of my philosophy on pitching, which feeds into this sort of shorter pitch is better in the long run. Over-excite and under-inform, then over-inform and overwhelm. And what I mean by that is instead of over-informing the person, the audience, whoever you're pitching to by pitching for 15 minutes and talking about everything at a granular level, you instead tell a compelling story or you pose an exciting opportunity to that audience so that they want to ask more questions. So if you buy someone in the beginning, they're more likely in a meeting of 15 to 45 minutes, the typical investor meeting, to ask the questions and get a chance to ask the questions that they want. So if you did a 3 to 5 minute exciting pitch that's under-informing them but over-exciting them, they're like, oh, that was exciting. You intentionally leave out things that therefore you intentionally will get those questions. In the short deck, you can't have everything. You can't include it. You have to pick certain things that feed into a compelling storyline. So you're going to inevitably leave out things, maybe your competitive analysis, maybe your pricing model, maybe your team. I don't know, probably shouldn't leave that one out, but you're going to leave things out intentionally because you're under-informing them. But the beauty of that means you set yourself up for the kind of questions that they're going to ask. Because if you intentionally leave out the pricing or the financials, most likely you'll get that question. This allows you then, in your appendices, to have loads more slides. It can be as long as you want. You can have 5 slides on the finances, 15 slides on the tech, on the whatever you're building, your go-to-market strategy. That can all be in there, which allows you then to focus on over-exciting and under-informing in that 3 minute exciting pitch, which almost gets people a bit more excited about wanting to talk about what you're doing and ask questions. Winston Churchill made a really apt comment about shortening and presenting information. He said this, he said, if you want him to make a 1 hour speech, give him 1 hour to prepare. If you want him to make a 5 minute speech, give him 24 hours to prepare. So that kind of metaphor is true, that it takes more time to refine and find a narrative, a storyline, something that's compelling. Human beings are used to stories and are used to storytelling. Therefore, if you choose to have a compelling story and deliver it well, it will work to get them excited to ask the questions. And then it's up to you to have the right background information and knowledge to prove that you know the answer to those questions. And never forget that investors, when they're reviewing a pitch presentation and you presenting, not only are they obviously looking for an exciting business opportunity, they're also reviewing and evaluating you and your ability to communicate, to engage, your ability to attract interest. Because if you're pitching poorly in front of them, how are you going to be if you're selling to customers? If you're a small business, you probably don't have a sales director yet. You don't have someone who's doing the sales. You're probably doing everything yourself. So, you need to remember that how you come across, you need to take that pitch seriously. All too often, we just talk through a pitch. Yeah, so this is the slide. We're in autopilot, regurgitative mode, because we can do it in our sleep, right? This is the one time when you need to go, set myself, remember that for the next 3 minutes, I need to perform my pitch, not just present it. I need to perform it, because a pitch should be a performance. That's why having a shorter one that's concise and exciting is easier, more fun to present than lethargically bumbling through lots of information, adding side notes that aren't on the same trajectory or storyline. You're just going to confuse the audience, and it's harder for the audience then to see and pattern match, because remember, investors are pattern matching. They are looking for the pillar slides. Investors are looking for traction. They're looking to see the composition of your team and all of that. They're looking to see the market and where it's going. Is it growing? Is it a sexy space? They're looking to see your product. Is there a real problem? They're looking for these things. They're all looking for the same things. So help them find those things easier by presenting them in a streamlined, high-level way. And then, after that 3-5 minutes, you've got them on board, they're excited, then they can deep dive. Then you can answer and ask and all the questions ever needed. But make that a short, exciting deck, that it will help you to get more second meetings. It will help you to get more questions, to get that ball rolling. So that's it. Thanks for watching this episode. I wanted to make just a quick little one about keeping that pitch deck short, and the reasons I've given you are that. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I bring you regular content on pitching and presenting, performing, and hosting. I'm doing behind the scenes vlogs now at all my big live shows. And I'm going to do a little bit of lifestyle vlogging every now and then. I'm in Spain right now. Maybe I'll take you into my lifestyle a little bit. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments. And also, I'm going to be bringing some more content out, interviewing founders. And also, I thought about doing some live streams where anyone who would want to ask a question about a pitch-related question or a startup-related question, we could do some live sessions. And yeah, just do those on a weekly basis maybe. If you think it's valuable, let me know. I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao.